Namaskar, welcome to another interesting episode of this interview series called Parichaya. Friends, as you know, on this channel of Vyasa Darshan, that is a YouTube channel which is managed by the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication of FAKIR Mohan University, we invite people who have made a mark for themselves. And today we have with us Professor JAYANT Mohapatra. Sir, welcome to our show. Thank you so much for gracing this program. Sir is renowned academician in this country from the stream of political science, former Vice Chancellor of Berhampur University. Sir, we would like to know about your journey a little, how it all started. Were you lucky enough to get direction from the very early point in your life, or you learned from experiences? What took you to where you are today?
First thing first, when I was a student, after completing my matriculation at that time in 1970 and entered the college, I decided that I should plan my career from now on. Now that I am stepping into higher education, what should be my life goal? Because if I delay it, my life goal may wither away, my life goal may tremble, and I may land in confusion, and that will trouble me in future. So, immediately after joining the college and seeing my teachers, some of the very brilliant teachers that I was lucky to have in Sri Krishna Chandra Gajapati Mahavidyalaya or College Paralakhamindi, the second oldest college of Odisha. I saw some brilliant teachers there. They made a mark on me. So I thought, why shouldn't I think of becoming a teacher? It is such a charming job. Students are very sincerely listening to them. Their body language is so impressive. And I thought that I should become a teacher. So that was the beginning of my journey towards becoming a teacher. Subsequently, I went to Bikram Dev College, Jaipur, to study political science honors because political science has attracted me since childhood. Virtually, when I was class 7, 8 student, I used to read a lot of newspaper, all Odia newspapers of that time, Kalinga, Prajatantra, then Samaj, at least 3 newspapers I would read. I was very much interested in knowing about the political developments. That way, I was attracted towards political science. So, unfortunately for me, in 1972, when I completed, at that time, BA first year, then I have to go to BA second year and third year. And second year, third year will be a 2-year program. And at that time, one student has to take a honors program. And unfortunately, SKC's college was not having a honors program in political science. So, reluctantly, I have to move to Bikram Dev College, got admitted there, took political science honors. 74, I graduated from Bikram Dev College under Berhampur University with second position in the university. At that time, only 3 students got first class honors, and I was one of them. Then went to Berhampur University. The choices were many because at that time, in those years, getting a first class is a very hard job. So I had many options. I had got a call from Delhi University, Utkal University, Berhampur University. But my parents wanted that I should stick to Berhampur, nearer home. So joined there. Subsequently, 76 June, our results of MA came out. Again, I stood first or second. Maybe another 1 or 2 months after that, I joined as a lecturer. And 76 July onwards till July 2013, The journey continued. Lecturer in a non-government aided college, then government public service commission through in government college. Then university joined in 1982, PhD, then reader, professor, vice chancellor, like that. The story goes on.
So what is, I mean, it's really intriguing me is that you talked about being fascinated by your teachers and what kind of teacher you yourself were. I mean, I just want to know out of curiosity, where were you someone who prepared a lot and had a lot of notes with oneself, or you just talked about different issues? What kind of...
You see, political science is not like any other traditional subjects. Political science has also become slowly a traditional subject. It has developed into different areas. And but in those days also, political science has a different characteristic of its own. A teacher of political science has to be dynamic. A teacher of political science has to keep itself contact with the latest trends and maybe Indian political developments, maybe foreign policy developments, world affairs, different. If it is not political theory or political thought, which more or less remained static, but other topics, particularly Indian government and politics and Indian foreign policy, international relations, those two, three areas were very dynamic and challenging. A teacher has to read a lot. A teacher has to keep in contact with himself with the latest developments. And fortunately or unfortunately, from the beginning, I was teaching those two papers only, Indian government and politics and international relations and international politics.
So, how come so much of interest in politics? You have, I mean, in your family, you have your father or mother into academics and or into politics, or how?
No, my father was in police service, Odisha police service. But my uncle was a teacher. He was at that time he was assistant professor. Then subsequently he became a professor and principal of Burla Engineering College, which is now Bhisut, Veerasurendra Sai Technical University. He retired as a principal of that. And he was perhaps one of the influences on me to become a teacher. He also directly or indirectly tried to impress upon me that teaching job is a noble profession and you will get a lot of peace of mind. So there is nothing. You may get less money, but money is not always important in life. So you should get peace of mind, a satisfaction, job satisfaction, and all that. So he is perhaps one of the most influential person in career building for me.
So today in our university we are celebrating Odia New Year, Odia Pakhya Divas, and also which is celebrated as Pona Sankranti, and we are celebrating B.R. Ambedkar's Jayanti, and we had this privilege to have you as a speaker, our guest of this occasion, and you spoke about B.R. Ambedkar. You spoke about how his thoughts, what his thoughts were, and you spoke him with in reference to Nehru, Gandhi, and also Veer Savarkar. And you also said a line that you are more busy than you were previously in your working time. Now you're retired, but you are more busy. So what keeps you busy, Professor Jayant?
You see, when a person gets retired, he should get mentally prepared for his retirement, post-retirement life. Retirement is a fact of life. Once you are in service in India, suppose you are in United States of America or some European countries where the teachers work till they die, till they are mentally and physically fit. Here, even if you are physically fit, mentally fit, you have to retire at the age of 60. And for me, you see, when I demitted office as the Vice Chancellor in July 2013, I had the option of going back again as a professor for another 1 year plus. But myself and my wife and my two sons, we had decided that once I demit office as a Vice Chancellor, I will quit service. I will no longer go as a professor. I will lead a retirement life. So, 2010 July itself, I has planned my retirement. Number two, retirement for a teacher never retires. A teacher retires from the service, but teacher never retires. A doctor never retires. So they can go on doing their job. So as a teacher, your basic is if you have a reading habit, then you can read. If you have a writing habit, you can write. So after retirement, I am reading a lot. I am keeping myself busy in different programs. I am associated with 3-4 organizations in Berhampur and Senior Citizens Forum, then different forums, cultural forums. So different activities we are undertaking. My students, some scholars sometimes come for some discussion, some explanation, some guidance. So you can keep how much time you will get. Hardly 4 or 5 hours in a day. If you keep yourself busy, then the time is over. Morning 1 hour, 2 hours or 3 hours, you will spend for yourself, preparing yourself or taking breakfast, going to the market, all that. Then another 2-3 hours, 10 to 1 o'clock, you need to spend. Read, write, hear music. I love hearing old songs, Hindi songs. I enjoy songs, listening to songs, reading books, all that.
So you talked about this reading habit. And today, once we are having these smartphones with us, I personally feel that smartphones are getting smarter and smarter. And we, the users of smartphones, are getting, dumber and dumber because all the work, it is being done by the smartphone. Calculation, we struggle to do those calculations. Writing poems, it's a tough thing to do now, and especially reading, because everything is available just on, on one click. So, what suggestion you have to give to all of those who are watching this episode?
The arrival of smartphones, laptops, iPads, all this is has revolutionized our reading habit. Earlier we were reading books, journals, newspapers. Nowadays it is moving in a opposite direction. Less and less reading of books, physical books or newspapers or magazines, etc. More reading dependence on
The audiovisual format. Or the audio format, the podcast and all.
all that. I don't find there is any conflict of interest there. People say that this is killing the reading habit of the students. But as long as you are reading, you are reading. Whether you are reading a newspaper, a physical copy of a newspaper, or you are reading a newspaper, e-newspaper, how much difference it makes? You are getting the knowledge, you are getting the information. Suppose Ambedkar, like biography, what difference it makes for me to read a hard copy of the book, or if a soft copy is available, if I read that book, soft copy, for me it has no difference. I get the same information. My only the habit, those who are saying that that is very traditional approach. I don't agree with such approach that if you say that always these books will be there and you have to read, then what is the fun of advancement of technology? We will become stagnant. So, you should have a better, rather for the young generation, I will say, as long as they are students, or for some years as a teacher till they mature, they should at least have a happy blending of both. Hard copy of books, journals, newspapers, simultaneously soft copies. So, that happy combination will take them further.
So, I think we can go on and on with the conversation, but there is a time limit for the program.
Thank you.
And as I have read it somewhere that when you speak, you should speak in a manner that it would be lovely to listen to you. And when you listen, you should listen in a way that people would love to speak to you. So I find it both true in your case, sir. And thank you for being such a good listener and such a wonderful speaker and giving advice to all our viewers out there. So with this, we come to end of this very interesting program with Professor Jayanta. So in the next episode, we would come again with another beautiful personality with some interesting talks. Until then, take care of yourself. Thank you. Namaskar.